His word, Mike Pence, promises this Wednesday we'll have our day in Congress. We'll hear the objections. We'll hear the evidence. I'm Doug Tenaple in exile. Like, subscribe. Hey, I wasn't kidding when I said subscribe. If you subscribe, it helps this channel and it helps get the word out. Not kidding. Comment below.
Bring a family member, bring a neighbor, and vote to send David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back to Washington, D.C. You know, I know we all got our doubts about the last election. And I want to assure you, I share the concerns of millions of Americans about voting irregularity. And I promise you, come this Wednesday, we'll have our day in Congress. We'll hear the objections. We'll hear the evidence. But tomorrow is Georgia's day. So for our faith, for our freedom, we need you to vote, Georgia, vote to send David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back to the United States Senate.
And Georgia Senator David Perdue, who's in that Georgia runoff, which Pence was talking about, he also supports.
When I first saw the magnitude of the irregularities back in early December, about our November race, I called for the resignation of our Secretary of State. I repeatedly called for a special session of the General Assembly to investigate. None of that happened. And so I started calling out. So the only thing left for the president is for us to object. And I agreed that I would do that. The technical problem is that I won't be certified until this election is certified, some week to 10 days after the election when we win on Tuesday. But I'm encouraging my colleagues to object. This is something that the American people demand right now. You heard in the last section that there are huge irregularities in Georgia. They need to be investigated and they need to be corrected.
Showing that he's the right kind of GOP to get in that job. He is not one of McConnell's boys. Faithful Republicans from all over are weighing in, and it's growing. The numbers aren't shrinking for Trump by officials. It's getting bigger and bigger, and that should tell you something, that the swell is working. From the state chairman of the Republican Party of Hawaii, Shirlene de la Cruz Santiago Ostrov. Okay, this is from Hawaii to Vice President Pence regarding the congressional certification of legitimate electoral college results. Dear Vice President Pence, in representation of the Hawaii Republican Party and in conjunction with other state GOP chairs, I respectfully ask you to present for clarification on January 6th the legitimate electors representing President Trump's majority share of legally cast votes for the states of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. So many of us have been thrown into despair, and there's no place for that. There's just too much good news coming out of this country from all levels of government. Pence is going to have a bunch of forces rallied behind him to present the very best evidence Trump can win. This is totally legal, totally normal. I'm Doug Tenaple in exile.